We're here at the Mediathèque today, and we were told that you were enamored with what you found here. You thought it was a great idea. As a journalist, what were your first impressions with the archives that you can find at the Jazz Fest in Montreal?
It's history, and it's history encapsulated like nowhere else on the planet. I mean, this festival is like nowhere else on the planet. So to have this extraordinary record, and it's really for history. It's not being made for DVDs. It's not really being sold. It might be, but it's really about the history, and it's really about the traditions of this festival and the character of this festival. I actually this year have used Montreal as an adjective. That something is very Montreal, and I mean that musically. Because this festival, I say years after years, redefines jazz. I hear more new and differently creative musics at this festival. When I say musics, it's plural, at this festival than anywhere I've ever gone, more than I hear in New York. And I've been to most of the festivals around the world. But here there's something about the real deep meaning of jazz. I was being interviewed by the CBC once, and he says, "How come you can't hear jazz at the Jazz Festival?" And I said, "Why don't you open your ears?" A New Orleans marching band was walking right by. There it was right there. You can hear jazz plenty. You look at the logo, what do you see? What's the biggest word? It's jazz. And that's the thing. Are they playing blues all the time? No. There's plenty of blues here too, but you see something like Beast. Is it jazz? No, but what does the word mean? What you're hearing is this a wonderful creative thing. And I get that here. And then last night I heard this group called Caravan Palace. They're like a classic gypsy-like, maybe even klezmer-like swing band with a beatbox and some hip-hop and crazy dancers. I don't see that anywhere except here. To me, it's like, and they happen to be from Montreal, so it's like they're the most Montreal group I've seen so far this festival. And I like feeling that I'm really contributing to the festival, not just observing it or writing about it, that I'm really in the middle of it, that I'm part of it. And I actually think that everybody who comes here feels that. And that's not like other places. I don't think it's like a touristic thing, even though more tourists come now than ever before. It's a huge thing. But when you come here, it's not, I don't think you feel like a tourist. I think you feel immediately you're part of it. You're swept up onto the Place des Arts, and that's the great thing is you'll turn a corner and there's a band playing some music. You've never heard anything like this. It's just wonderful, and you just stand there transfixed, and then you go on and hear something else. And that's amazing. That's an amazing thing. I started coming to this festival in 1982, and I was very touched at one point. They basically said, "You have a lifetime invitation." And I thought, it just meant so much to me. And it means so much to me every year. So I've been back every year, except one. I've missed, this should be my 19th, but it's only my 18th. Because one year I had a heart attack. And so I couldn't come. I had it right before the festival. And I'm fine, I got fixed. But I was really angry. And I was not angry that I had a heart attack. I was angry that I missed Montreal. I'll tell you another thing. There's an enormous amount of trash on the streets at the end of the day, and it's gone the next day. The logistics of this festival, how these people sweep up the streets. I'm convinced that the people who run this festival could run some countries better than those countries get run. And I'm not kidding. I'm absolutely not kidding.